beautiful day here at the Farm Progress Show in Decatur, where thousands of people are checking out the latest in ag. In the farming community, it has changed quite a bit over the years, and now women, they're taking a bigger role when it comes to ag leadership. Here with me today, we have Dean Kim Kidwell with U of I College of Aces, Holly Spangler, the editor of Prairie Farmer, the magazine, and then Lynn Rorscheib, hopefully that's close enough, who's a ninth-generation farmer from Fairmount and two-term chair of the Illinois Soybean Association. So I'm here with some great leaders when it comes to agriculture, and we're all women, so that's so exciting. I'm going to start with you, Kim, being with the U of I College of Aces. What does that mean for the ag community to now have, such an important role by women?
Well, I think it's fabulous for the community. You know, when I was in school, I'm an ACES alum. There weren't very many women in my classes, and now, fast forward, 30 plus years, over half the students in our college are females. So I think you're seeing women take in important roles all across the spectrum in ag. And it's really fun to be the dean of the college I graduated from, so it's been a good experience.
Well, yeah, we're both Illini fans here. We've got Holly in the middle. You are actually the first woman editor of the magazine, is that right?
Not exactly. Second.
Oh, second. Okay, well,
Yes.
still, out of the 175-year history to have two women editors, that says a lot.
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about the Prairie Farmer.
Yeah. Well, Prairie Farmer has been around since 1841. We're the oldest, not only oldest farm publication, but the oldest publication, period, in the United States. We were started with that idea as pioneers came across the prairie. How are they going to get news and information? How are they going to learn how to farm the soil here? And that's what Prairie Farmer was designed to do. So that's what we still do today, which is share information about how to be more profitable, more efficient, better farm family, better, contributor to your community, all those kinds of things.
Yeah, and then we'll get down there to Lynn, representing a family with multiple generations in agriculture. Ninth generation, wow. And then you just finished the Illinois Soybean Board, a term there. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so I just wrapped up being the second term here for the Illinois Soybean Association, where the last 2 years I was lucky enough and fortunate to be the first chairwoman that the organization has had for the Illinois Soybean Association, and that's been a great honor and a privilege that I haven't taken very lightly, and it's just been a great experience to know that I'm representing 43,000 soybean farmers in the state of Illinois. And as I'm wrapping up that term as well, I'm also a 4-year member on the United Soybean Board as well, which is the national checkoff board, and there I'm one of 4 farmers in Illinois that's representing not only the 43,000 soybean producers in Illinois, but also the over 600,000 soybean farmers that are in the country. So that's a really neat feat as well. And there's not very many women on that organization either. There's 7 of us there out of a 73-member board, and it's just a great honor to be, one of the very few that are chosen throughout the country to be able to better serve our soybean farmers at home.
Yeah, we've got such an elite group here. This is fantastic because usually growing up, I would always hear about grandma going and taking lunch, out to grandpa and dad out in the field. But wow, the woman's role has definitely changed and evolved over the years. So let's talk education. Being there at the College of Aces, where is that going?
Well, we're in a really amazing time of growth and expansion in the College of Ag. I would say that what we're trying to do is invite different people into ag and food that perhaps didn't think about careers in that pathway before, in part because the field is so diverse. So if you've walked around here at all, you've seen all kinds of amazing technology. Like getting to a tractor these days is like walking into a video game. And so there's a lot of computer science and data analytics involved in what we do. We run the gamut from human health and nutrition all the way through family well-being, engineering, and we do a lot of work in crop sciences and soil sciences and animal sciences as well. So we're trying to open the portal for students to understand how they can have amazing careers, doing great things that help feed the world and save the planet by being ACES grads and getting in a career path that's going to make a difference. So it's an exciting opportunity.
Yeah. Holly, back to you. Being the magazine side of things, are you seeing a lot of things going digital with the Prairie Farmer?
Yeah, we went, we've had a website for years, of course, and, we evolve as our readers evolve. And, we see that change certainly in what women's roles are on the farm. There are still a lot of women who like to, as you mentioned, your grandma, deliver meals to the field. But there are a lot, like Lynn, who are farming independently. So there are a whole lot a big range of what they're doing today.
Yeah. Lynn, what are you doing out here at the Farm Progress Show? Any big plans?
Well, basically, I'm wearing kind of several hats, actually. As I just wrapped up my term here on the Illinois Soybean Association, I'm volunteering in that tent. And then also, you'll catch me in the Pioneer tent as well, where the United Soybean Board, we're there. We have a booth with the high oleic soybeans where we're talking about high oleic soybeans and soybean oil there. So I'll be there. And then hopefully I'll get a chance where I'll actually get to walk through the show and actually see what else is going on besides in the soybean world.
Well, there is a lot to see and do here. Definitely Indicator at the Farm Progress Show. We've got more coming up